Krayzie Bone. Happy to have you on the platform, my man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All good, bro.
Yes, indeed, man. So before we get into anything, right, just out of respect, everything good with your health?
Yes, indeed, man. I've been out the hospital for for a good while now, and just been getting back to my regular routine. It was a big scare, but man, I bounced back. With the blessings of God, I bounced back, and I'm back on the move.
Yes, indeed, man. So with that being said, man, let's get right into it, right? So about a year ago, I did an interview with Tone Loc, and he told a story about how you and Bone Thugs, y'all came to his house early in the morning around 2 a.m. trying to get signed. Y'all was freestyling for him, and he said that he felt the type of way.
They had came to my house, you know what I'm saying, like 2 in the morning. You know what I mean? Come on, 2 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? They came to my house 2 in the morning, from wherever they are, off the plane or whatever, and talk about whatever they had to say, whatever, man. I don't know, y'all, man. Y'all, man, get on, you know what I'm saying, on the real.
From your perspective, right? From your point of view, what exactly happened?
Yeah. I actually saw the interview. I saw the interview of Tone Loc, but it's a few things I want to clear up, because you know, uh, for one, it was not 2 o'clock in the morning. You have to remember, we had just got to LA. We had just got to LA on one-way bus tickets. We were staying with some people that were from LA. Those people that we were staying with would not have allowed us to walk in that area at 2 o'clock in the morning because we weren't from there. So they already told us no. You know what I'm saying? They when they told us where Tone Loc house was, they said y'all need to go in the afternoon. First of all, they told us, like Tone Loc lived like a couple blocks down the street. He always throwing house parties at his house and they be jumping. So we like, oh, wow, Tone Loc. We just touched down in LA. So we like, that's the first person we going to. You like, he closed, we finna walk to Tone Loc house. There's no way in hell we straight out of Cleveland, don't know nothing about LA. We finna walk to somebody's house at 2 o'clock in the morning and we don't know where we are, bro. When we got to his house, when we actually got to his house, it was broad daylight. I think he had it was like a doorbell at his gate. We didn't even walk inside the gate. We were outside. It was a doorbell at the gate, and we rung the bell, and he didn't even come out at first. His manager came out. This dude who said he was his manager, he came outside, and he asked who we were. We told him who we was. We told him we was a rap group from Cleveland, and we actually rapped for him right there. And dude heard us, like he was like, while we was rapping, he was like, damn, and Tone Loc came to the door. We saw him come to the door. He came to the door. He was smoking a cigar. He came to the door. He just looked out for a minute, and he went back in the house and closed the door. You know what I'm saying? And we actually got his manager gave us his number, and he was, and we had actually was going back and forth with his manager like a few times. He was telling us he wanted to take us over to China or Japan or one of them, but that never happened. But yeah, I don't know if he remembers the story, you know what I'm saying? But we definitely didn't walk over there at no 2 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, we was fresh in LA, didn't know nothing about it. We wasn't trying to get caught up in no gang activity that we knew nothing about, you know what I'm saying? So, and we were advised to, they would have never allowed us to go over there at that time, the people who we were staying with at that time.
So when he came to the door, he wasn't rude or anything. He just came to the door and didn't say nothing.
No, he just he stayed there for a minute. He wasn't rude. He just stayed there. I don't know if he was listening, but he was just probably looking like, who are these niggas at my door? You know what I'm saying? Which is totally understandable. But we was just like we was rapping for his manager, and after that, His manager went back in, gave us a number, and we left. We was actually hyped, like, man, you know, Tone Loc manager gave us his number, and then you know, we was hyped because something came out of that, you know, us going to his house.
Right. So y'all didn't feel a type of way when he didn't say anything to y'all.
No, man. You know, we was on the grind, bro. Like we didn't, you know, I mean, we know how it is, you know, like when you're trying to be discovered from just the little stuff we went through in Cleveland. So we wasn't upset or mad. We actually saw him. We saw him at a the next time we saw him, we were with Eazy-E, and we saw him at a Above the Law video shoot. It was I think it was the Black Superman video shoot. And Tone Loc was there, and we saw him there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we didn't say nothing to him. Like I think when he saw us, he was like, kind of like, "Is that them dudes? Can't be them dudes." You know what I'm saying? Like so, yeah. But there was never no beef. But Tone Loc a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? I got Tone Loc album. I bumped that Loc After Dark album. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
But he did admit during the interview, I got to say that during the interview, he did make a comment and say that, you know, y'all should be happy that, you know, he didn't sign y'all because y'all ended up in a better situation with Eazy. So he did say that. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, at that time, man, we were just looking like to get on. Like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't, I mean, he right, we thankful. I mean, if we would have signed with anybody else with Eazy-E, it probably wouldn't have went the same way it did, you know what I'm saying? Because Eazy, first of all, had the patience and the vision, for real.
Yeah, y'all signing with Eazy was a better situation. Definitely was a better situation, man. But I want to ask you, from your point of view, Notorious Thugs, how did that song come about?
What I remember is I was in a hotel. I was out in LA, and I got a call from my manager at the time, Steve Lobel. And he said, yo, Puff is at the studio. He just called me and he want to know if y'all want to do a song with Big for his album. He wrapping up his album. Just wanted, you know what I'm saying? He want to know if y'all want to go. And I immediately said, hell yeah. You know, and we jumped up and went right to the studio. We jumped up that same day and went right to the studio. We got there, you know, of course, Big had the liquor and the herb, and we indulged, messed around and passed out in the session. You know, Big was looking at us like, is these dudes sleep? and our manager was like, look, don't worry about it. They do this all the time. They do it all the time. And we woke up, went right in the booth, man, and laid our verses down, and Big was like, yo, these dudes are just on the couch sleep. And they just went here and like laid these verses down like it was nothing, you know. And after that, Big was vibing to the songs, and then he was like, yo, I'm gonna take the song to the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take the song to the house and work on it once I get back to New York. And we didn't hear the verse. We didn't hear his verse until the album came out, and he had passed away. So we didn't even hear the song until he had passed away.
So that's how that record came about. How you feel about Fat Joe saying that y'all didn't want to do that record with Biggie because y'all was cool with Tupac and he had to talk y'all into doing it? How you feel about him saying that?
Well, no, I never had any reservations, or I never had any reluctancy of doing a song with Big or Pac. You know, I think where that came in was, I think Busy had some type of felt some kind of way about doing the Biggie song because we had done the Tupac song. And, you know, and I think, you know, Fat Joe did, you know, like convince Busy, like, yo, you know, like you need to go ahead and get on the song. You know what I'm saying? Like Fat Joe did do that, but I was gonna rock regardless because I felt like, you know, and like I told everybody else, I say, yo, bro, their beef is not our beef. We grown men. We don't do that. We don't jump in other people's beef. You know, like just like Eazy told us. You know, like we stuck to that. We don't jump in other people's beef. Like, you know, it ain't like we grew up with Pac It ain't like we grew up with Big, you know, like we came up with these, I mean, we was fans of Tupac from the movie Juice, and we came up in the game with Big around the same time. So it's like, you know, it was like, we have no stake in this beef. Like we fans of both of them, so let's be men and carry on about our business. I was down to do it regardless, but there was some, you know, apprehension on the part of Busy, I believe.
Oh, okay. So that's what Fat Joe was referring to when he said that, y'all didn't want to do the song. Busy Bone, he's the one that, didn't want to do the record because he was cool with Tupac.
Yeah. I definitely remember Busy being apprehensive about it, for sure.
Right. So that's what Fat Joe was talking about. I mean, that makes sense. So,
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So when they was beefing and y'all did both songs with them, from your point of view, your perspective, you was just like, in real time, honestly, how did you feel about that whole situation? Because you did songs with both of them.
Man, you know, of course I thought about it, you know, like, are we gonna get caught up in this beef or but it was like, man, look, we making music right now. You know what I'm saying? We like I said, we not part of this. We doing music. We love Pac, we love Big. We gonna do music with both of them, and it worked out well for us. You know, I had, I was ready to go, man. I was excited we was gonna get to work with Tupac, because we was claiming the thug, he was claiming the thugs, and like I said, we came up with Big. Like we did like a lot of radio shows, summer jams, and like that with Big. Like we came up together at that same time. So I was down with it. And we just stayed clear of any drama. We didn't get caught up in it. We was like, yo, we cool with both of them. And it's crazy. It wasn't really no thing because, we done a song with Tupac and he passed away shortly after. You know what I'm saying? We done a song with Big and he passed away shortly after. So it really, it really wasn't anything for us to get into or be, people couldn't put us on any side.
I want to ask you about one more thing about Notorious Thugs, man, before we get off of that. Because I'm sure y'all hear this all the time, because I hear it all the time. Why do people say that Biggie took y'all flow in that song? Like, I heard that song tons of times, and I
Yeah.
don't see where he took y'all flow, and he did. I don't know. I don't see it.
I guess he does like do it. He don't like flip the tongue, but I guess people just relate that style like to Bone. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're right. It ain't like he was like flipping, but like for him to be on the song with us and like it was kind of similar to like what we was doing. I guess I don't know how to explain it because he wasn't rapping fast. But that's Big. That's why it's so dope because he made it sound, he made it all him. You know what I'm saying? He made it all him and it sounded so good.
Right. So with that being said, man, Thug Love, y'all did that record before y'all did the record with Biggie, right?
Yeah. Yep.
How did that come about? Break that down from your point of view.
That song actually came about, I mean, we had kicking back and forth, doing a song with Pac. We, you know what I'm saying? We was like, we saw him a few times, going in and out the hotels, we saw him in traffic and we always talked about doing a song. And so, one day Busy happened to be out here going to the studio, like working on the Art of War album. And, he ran into Pac. And, Pac went right to the studio. From what I hear, the first beat DJ Unique pulled up for Pac, he was like, "That's the one." And that is crazy because that beat we used was actually a song that we had written for Eazy-E. It was called Artillery Shop. To that beat, I believe I had wrote a verse and Busy had wrote a verse for Eazy. You know what I'm saying? It was a song called Artillery Shop. But E never got to use the beat. So Unique gave the beat to us. And when Pac heard it, he was like, yo, that's the one right there, let's go. He went there and put his verse down and then once We heard it was we already laid a verse and we heard the song and we all went in and laid our verses down and it was, that's how that came about.
I never knew that, man. So that record was for Eazy at first.
Oh yeah. Yes indeed. Yes indeed. That beat, yep.
Was Eazy alive when y'all did that record?
No, he wasn't. Yeah, Eazy had passed, yep.
Yeah, I didn't know that, man. And when y'all heard that verse in real time when Pac was still alive, right? Or what's this?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, Pac was still alive when we heard the verse. Like we was like still working on the album. Like so when we heard the verse, we was like, man, we was hyped. We was like, yo, it's on the cracking. Especially when I heard the line when it was like, you know you've been waiting for this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, it's going down. Yes, they have. They've been waiting on it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we was real hyped for that one.
I heard Busy was trying to keep the song for himself. That's true?
Yeah. I heard. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. When it was, and he said it was meant to be a solo album, but the label knew that we were trying to get Tupac on an album to do a song, and it was just in the air. Like when we saw him in Traffic, Pac was like, "Yeah, I want to rock with y'all." You know what I'm saying? So we like, "Yo, that's supposed to be a Bone song." So yeah, it ended up being a Bone song like it was supposed to be.
Oh, okay, I got you. What was the issue y'all had with Pac regarding the word thug? Because he felt the type of way about y'all using that word, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I heard he felt some kind of way. He was back when The Box was out, the video show back in the day, The Box. They say he went on there and he was like, who is these thuggish, rugged Bone dudes or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And just was, insinuating like, who was we? Just out the blue, these thug niggas. You know what I'm saying? And like, it was like, of course back then we was young. We took it, some kind of way, but it was what it was.
So word got back to y'all about what he said on The Box or whatever?
Oh yeah. Yeah. People, but this is the thing though, like, is why I never really got, you know what I'm saying? Because people told me they saw this. I never saw it. I never saw the video, and I'm like, if that was said, then it should be on YouTube somewhere. I didn't search it. I ain't seen nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why, you know what I'm saying, I ain't really listening to everything people say, for real.
And I'm just assuming everything ended up good between y'all, right? Because y'all took that picture with Pac at the, American Music Awards, right? And that was the last time y'all seen Tupac in the flesh, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. We was talking about doing some things, man. He was with the, the One Nation movement, you know what I'm saying? We was gonna do some things. Definitely.
Yeah, it would have been dope, man, to hear more music from y'all and Pac, man. But, unfortunately he passed away, man. But yeah, that would have been dope, man. But I want to ask you, right? Because I want you to clear it up. How was Eazy-E financial situation before he passed away? Because you already know when you see the movie, they make it seem like Eazy, he was broke before he passed away. But, from your point of view, is there any truth to that or no?
Yeah, I don't like people underestimate the E, you know what I'm saying? I don't, like he might have been going through, he might have took some losses, of course, but you got to understand like what this man was, what he was responsible for. The certain rights to songs and publishing he had, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, to me, like, it didn't really, I mean, we was there, he was going through what he was going through, like, like in the part in the movie when, I guess it had Tamika Wright when she was going through all his, like, his financial statements and all the paperwork and stuff like that, honestly, like, one day, we was out in Cali, man, and like, I guess when he was going through whatever, when he was getting ready to make the move and move away from Jerry Heller or whatnot, we hadn't seen him for a while. We was out in the hotels, we at this point, we wasn't making no money yet. We had the EP out, And Eazy just kept us in LA because he didn't want us to go back to Cleveland because he like, y'all niggas gonna get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he was like, he kept us out here, but when he was going through what he was going through, like we couldn't get in contact with him. We'd call him, we like it'd be weeks to go by and we wouldn't hear nothing from him. And like he was the one who was like, you know, like giving us money, you know what I'm saying? Like so we could get food and stuff like that. So we finally caught up with him. We like, yo, E, man, look, can you send us back to Cleveland, man? At least we can go back home and hustle, you know, like get some money. We ain't from LA, you know what I'm saying? Like we can't do that out here. You know what I'm saying? So at least the way we hustle, the way, you know, the way we knew about hustling, you know what I'm saying? So we like he was like, y'all, I want y'all to come to the office. I gotta holler at y'all. So we go up to the office and you know, he outside, we outside in the parking lot and he got that same folder. You know what I'm saying? And he basically saying, he told us, I'm about to make some serious moves. A lot of people about to be gone, but I need y'all to stick with me. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are a part of the new, basically the new future. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, I need y'all to stick with me. And when he told us that, we was like, you know, bro, that's all you had to say. You know what I'm saying? That's all you had to tell us. We riding. After that, and you know, he gave us a couple dollars. After that meeting, that was like the last time we actually saw him in person. Next thing we heard about was him being in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's the last time we saw him in person. He had plans to like revamp Ruthless. You know what I'm saying? He had plans to revamp and like do some bigger things, go in a whole other direction. You know, he had all kind of acts signed. You know, he had Black Eyed Peas was signed to Ruthless Records. You know what I'm saying? They was called the Ant Band Clan back then. But yeah, Black Eyed Peas was signed to Ruthless Records when we were signed there.
Wow. He had the Black Eyed Peas?
Yes, indeed. Yes, sir.
Do you think Eazy found out that Jerry Heller was stealing from him or no?
Yeah, it was something for sure. It was definitely something that, you know, he didn't tell us exactly what it was, but you know, like when a person talking to you and you know what I'm saying, when you make moves like that, man, and you clearing house, you ain't happy with something. And in a business like this, there's always money. You know what I'm saying? So of course that's what it was.
Yeah, that's wild, man. I didn't know that, man. That's crazy, man. But I want to backtrack to the movie, right? So when they got Eazy-E selling weed before he passed away, that's a lie. It never got to a point where Eazy-E was selling weed.
Oh no, no, man, he was a hustler. He never stopped selling weed. Even doing NWA and Eazy-E, and he was like, yo, man, like we used to be riding with E, man, and like this dude we'd be in the car like ride through with this dude to the city. He be making errands like dropping weed off here, dropping weed off there. You know what I'm saying? Like so, and he told us one day, he said, hey man, if it could be sold, I'ma sell it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm a hustle, you know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what he did.
Speaking of E, if you can go into detail, I don't know if you was there. Was you there when he had that meeting with Ice Cube in New York?
Oh yeah, we was there. He actually took us to we were on a him meeting with Ice Cube wasn't even planned. That was like total coincidence because he took us out there, you know, because we did we did Yo MTV Raps. I think with Fab Five Freddy. We did Yo MTV Raps out there and Eazy went with us. He was tripping. He was like, man, they ain't even never asked me to come on Yo MTV Raps. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we went up, he went down there with us and man, like we kicked it the whole time. It was cold. It was real cold in New York. And we all went and bought, Eazy bought us all like leather jackets, black leather jackets. And we was just walking around New York, you know what I'm saying, in the cold. And we went to the, I think the club was a Tunnel, I believe. We went to the club. And man, it's crazy because the night was crazy, you know, because at the door, Heavy D was at the door like he was the bouncer, you know what I'm saying, at the club. He just standing at the door like greeting everybody to come in, looking like a big bouncer. I'm like, bro, this is Heavy D, bro. You know, like, cause like we still fresh, you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't even had a you know what I'm saying? Like our single is just out, Thuggish Ruggish Bone. Like, so us seeing these dudes, we tripping like, bro, that's Heavy D right there. So, you know, we go up in the club, and as we walking through the club, I remember this like it was yesterday. I feel somebody like pull on my hood. I turn around, it's LL Cool J. And he like, big ups, I see y'all. I'm like, yo, bro, LL Cool J know who he is, bro. I'm like, I'm tripping, you know what I'm saying? Cause this is one of my all-time favorites. So we go in, we get in a little area, and Eazy and Cube happen to see each other. Now, you know, like with all, you know, with the beefs and stuff that's going on, we automatically thinking like, oh man, it's about to go down up in here. You know what I'm saying? But bro, it was the total opposite. Like they embraced and hugged like they was long lost brothers, bro. It wasn't nothing but smiles, and you know what I'm saying, they was kicking it, they sat down. I think they had a, you know, drink or so, you know what I'm saying? And we was off like in the cut doing our set, but we could see them, you know, like talking. It was never no drama. I don't remember, you know what I'm saying? There was never no, you know, no kind of beef or static or nothing like that I can recall. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. And that night was cool.
Was it true that they was trying to get NWA back together, or?
Oh yeah, he always told us that. You know, it was his goal to try to have an NWA reunion, you know, especially when he, you know, was being around us, and you know, he was you know, we had the whole group vibe, you know, and we reminded him of NWA. He told us, he was like, yeah, I mean, me and my dudes, you know, but oh yeah, that was definitely a mission of his, for sure.
Yeah, that would have been dope, man, to see, you know, Easy, Dre, Cube, and Ren get back together, man. That would have been epic, man. But I want to ask you, right, Suge Knight, what was the situation where he felt the type of way about y'all beanies being on fire in the first of the month video? Tell me about that.
Oh yeah, no, we were told, somebody, again, this was hearsay, somebody told us that Suge was upset because of the because in the first of the month videos, you know, we had on like beanies, and the logos of the beanies was on fire. So they said, you know, and I think one of us was wearing like a Georgetown Hoya beanie, you know, and you know, and I guess it was, you know, like, you know, represented, you know, the gang or whatever it was, you know, and they felt like it was disrespect. But you know, that wasn't even in the. In fact, we was mad as hell at that scene in the video, because we were told, because it looked totally stupid to me. We were told that they told us to wear the beanies because the entire beanie was supposed to be on fire, and it was supposed to look like our afros were on fire. You know what I'm saying? But I guess back then, you know, they was just learning how to do the graphics or whatever they was doing, and they really couldn't make it happen. That's what I heard, that they couldn't make it happen. So they just left it with the logos burning. And I was like, but what does that represent? I didn't understand. I'm like, if it's not gonna be the whole afro, then what is that? And you know, we just left it like that because I guess they didn't want to go in and change it, and it just stayed like that. You know, we wasn't thinking about nobody, or it wasn't even our idea. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what that was.
And Suge was offended by that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was another situation y'all had with Suge, right? I remember you saying that a Death Row affiliate told you personally that, you know, Suge Knight was offering people 10K to run up on stage while y'all was performing.
Yeah, that's what we was told at the Source Awards. They said for somebody to come up on the stage while we was on there. You know what I'm saying? But like nobody never came up there, you know. So it was yeah. I mean, and like I said, you know, like I've been around Suge like a few times, and every time I've been around him, it's been cool encounters. Every single time, always cool. Like what's up, what's happening with it? You know what I'm saying? It's always been cool. So like I said, it's hearsay, but
Right. It was the Source Awards.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was
So
wondering what award show it was.
it was a lot of drama at those Source Awards that year, for real. It was crazy.
Why you say that?
No, it was a lot of tension in there. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot, just not even with us. Just you know, that's when, you know, I think therefore did that whole thing. It was a lot of tension up in there. Oh no. You know what? My mistake. That was before that whole thing right there. Yeah, that was later. But yeah, it was still like it was a lot of tension because the West Coast was on the East Coast. That's what the tension was. And the Source Awards was in New York, and it was that's what it was.
Hey, did they mistake y'all as West Coast artists, even though y'all from the Midwest? But
Oh yeah, definitely. Everybody thought we was from the West Coast at first. Everybody, even though on our very first album, the very first song, it said Cleveland is the city that we come from. You know what I'm saying? Everybody still thought we was from the. They just affiliated us, you know, because we came out with Eazy and whatnot.
after Eazy passed away, right? Was y'all happy on Ruthless? Because I always heard, these complaints that the label didn't know what they was doing. So
I mean, man, I put the blame on both sides, and theirs and ours. You know, like one, we was young, we was biased, we was used to Eazy-E, and all of a sudden we got to deal with somebody we don't know, so we was very biased. We didn't understand a lot of things. You know, like us coming into the game and the person, you know, our mentor, the person we traveled so far and happened to get signed by the person we wanted to, suddenly dies. So we like, you know, everything is like, it's just crazy. And, you know, our minds is like, so like we had a lot of things going on, bro. And I think, you know, that contributed to like the rocky relationship that we had with Tamika at the time. And, you know, maybe they wasn't, you know, experienced as you know, but we wasn't either. We wasn't either. We was wild as hell. So I think had we had the mentalities and the mindsets that we have now, we probably would have got along just fine with Ruthless Records.
right. So everything is cool with y'all and Tamika.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. She cool people.
Yeah, man, I can only imagine, man, because I never thought about how young y'all was. Y'all being from Cleveland, y'all come to LA in hopes of meeting Eazy and getting signed to him, and y'all meet Eazy, y'all get signed. Then out of nowhere, he passed away. Like, yeah, man, that's crazy, man. And I just never, thought about how young y'all was, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Man, everything happened so fast. It was like bam, bam. We met him. We got discovered. We own. Bam. We got a hit single out. Bam. Eazy died. It was like, man, like as quick as it started, it was over. That's what we thought. You know what I'm saying? We was like, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know that had to be tough, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. But you know, little did we know, the label had no intentions on getting rid of us. You know what I'm saying? So we had to do what we had to do.
Did y'all see Eazy when he was in the hospital?
I didn't get a chance to visit. I was actually in Cleveland when the news broke. Because wasn't nobody telling us nothing. Like we couldn't get no information. I didn't even know. I found out Eazy was in the hospital from my wife at the time, my ex-wife. Her friend, you know, told her, she was like, ask Craig if you know anything about Eazy being in the hospital. And I'm like, no, I ain't heard nothing about Eazy being in the hospital. And then I'm sitting there watching MTV News, and the MTV News flash come on and say that Eazy-E is in the hospital with full-blown AIDS. And I'm like, so this is how I found out. You know what I'm saying? And you know, once that break, you're not about to get no information. I think Lazy and Wish was out here, and they got a chance to, I don't know if they got a chance to go see him, or if they did or not, I don't know. But yeah, they were out here. But yeah, everything just happened so fast, man. I was like, wow, it was crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, that just don't make sense to me. Because you saying that the last time you seen Eazy, everything was good with him, and just out of nowhere he passes away, because of full blown AIDS. I don't know. It just don't add up to me, man. Because I know people, that passed away from full blown AIDS, and they look like they got full blown AIDS. Like they, you can see the transition in their body, like how they skinny. I think I even came across a video online some weeks ago of, a female that had full blown AIDS. And I mean, she couldn't even stand up. Like her body was so weak, like she couldn't even hold her own weight.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody with full-blown AIDS, look like Eazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen nobody like that. When you about to die of cancer or any terminal sickness you got, you look like you're about to pass away from it, period. So, I mean, who knows, man? Who knows?
Yeah, man. I mean, that never sat well with me the way he passed away, man. But I want to ask you, right? What was your reaction and how did you feel when Suge Knight made the comments about Eazy-E getting ejected with AIDS?
I mean, man, anything is possible. I mean, man, anything is possible, man. You in a business where there's lots and billions and billions and billions of dollars, and like people act a fool for that kind of money. So I wouldn't put it past nobody. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this music industry, the entertainment industry. Period. It's cutthroat. One of the most cutthroat industries you'll ever be in. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put it past you. Do I have proof? No, I don't. So I wouldn't speculate and say it's true, but I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? It's not impossible, for sure.
Do you believe what he said? You think there's any truth to it?
Yeah. No, I didn't. No, I was just like, I didn't really, I mean, everybody was thinking that before he even said it, because like, it was just like, I mean, immediately we was like, man, like, that's the first thing we said, man, like, how he ain't look like he was about to die from it, though. Immediately, like, I mean, when you around somebody, you know what I'm saying, like, I mean, we was around E for like the last, like the last year of his life almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like, he would come get us and it was like all studio work, going to do shows, going to studio, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, like when you see somebody like, and they don't look like they about to, drop dead in the next couple of weeks, that is kind of crazy, or months.
Eternal 1999. Why wasn't Eazy on that album? Was it because he passed away or it was something else?
Yeah, Eazy was supposed to be on that album. We was actually working on that album. As a matter of fact, he was supposed to be on Mr. Bill Collector. And we heard that when he was in the studio, like doing his, like, gonna do the verse for the song, he got real sick and he started throwing up, vomiting, was in the bathroom, and he had to leave and go and be taken to the hospital. And he never got a chance to do the verse.
Unfortunate, man. I wish he was on the album, man. Not only that, man, I wish he was allowed to see the success of the album, man. But I gotta ask you, right? Me being from Houston, Riding Dirty, how did that song come about with Chamillionaire?
Man, that song came about, that's the homie. That song came about, man, through my little homies playing skills, the producers. You know, we those little cats, man, they used to come out on the road with us, man. You know, them dudes were some hustlers. We watched them dudes come up from. They used to be on the road with us, you know, like just in their little cars with their little with their whole little tour stuff, merch or whatever, and just like doing their thing. And you know, they blew up as producers. They blew up big, and you know, I done a song with them called Freaks, featuring Adina Howard. So after that song, you know, they called me. I was in Houston one time doing something. I forgot what I was there for. I was down there and I got a call from them, and they told me, they was like, yo, we got this dude out here, man. You know, this dude is like, he making some noise out in Houston. He's a Bone fan. And, you know, he want to know if, you know, he can get you on a song, get a verse from you on the song. So, like, just on the strength of them, you know, I didn't even know him. Like, just on the strength of playing skills, I was like, yeah, come on, whatever, let's do it. So, you know, I wouldn't do the song, not even thinking the song was going to come out, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did, you know, because I'd done so many songs to where, you know, like, I done the song, did my verse, and never heard nothing else from him. You know what I'm saying? So I got the call after I laid the verse, and it was like, yo, bro, this song is blowing up. We may need you to come out here for a video. I say, okay, cool. A couple weeks later, they call me and say, bro, we got to book your flight. We got to shoot a video. It's climbing. So I go shoot the video. After we do the video, the song shot through the roof. I mean, it just grew wings and took flight. And after that, next thing I know, they calling me, Leo, need you at the Grammy Awards. You winning a Grammy. I say, what? You winning a Grammy for this song? Not that it was a bad song. The song was crazy, but I'm like, they do know what I'm talking about in that song, right? I mean, but he was like, yeah, you know, we up for a Grammy and we gonna win. So I'm like, okay. You know, so a song that I didn't think was gonna see the light of day, ended up seeing plenty of light, plenty of shine, for real.
Yo, that was a big ass song, yo. That song was huge, man.
Man, bro, it was crazy, bro. Like, man, Cam had me traveling the world with that song, man. I was on every TV show, everywhere with that song. Like that one song, bro. I'm like, crazy. The royalty checks was crazy from that song, for real. For real.
Speaking of checks, I know y'all still eating good off that Crossroads, huh?
Oh yeah, that's for life. My brothers get paid off that for life, for sure.
I forgot where I heard it from, man, but is it true y'all be performing that song at, you know, weddings and funerals?
Not weddings, funerals, for sure. Yeah, we've done that at a few funerals, you know. DJ Unique, one of his sons passed away, and we did it at his son's funeral as well. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope to hear, man. But I want to backtrack to the movie, right? The part where, you know, Suge he put hands on Eazy and he forced him to sign over Dre. Is there any truth to that from what you know?
Man, from what I recall, Eazy-E always had heat on him. Always had heat on him, all all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like I what I can't see is him not going to that meeting strapped, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see that, because like we used to go do shows and always had we always had it was always, and we used to be like, yo, man, how they getting that on the plane into here? You know, but Eazy had connections, man. You know what I'm saying? Eazy had connections, like for real. So it's shocking that he went by himself, but then it's not shocking because, like I said, Eazy ain't no sucker. But I doubt if he went without protection.
Yeah, I don't see that. I heard he put a fake signature on there.
Yeah, because Eazy was also wasn't only a gangster, he was also a businessman. And he knew that being forced to sign a document wouldn't hold up in court.
Yeah, that's smart when I think about it. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if he would have took that to court, yeah, he definitely would have won. So yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, and if you're in a situation where people, you know, where your life is in danger, and you know your only way out of this situation is to sign that paper, you gonna sign that paper, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna be no fool and lose your life. You know what I'm saying? So you do what you gotta do. Live to fight another day, for real.
Right, right. And when I did my interview with Lazy, he was telling me that, Easy, he was good with the hands or whatever. Even though he was a small dude, he can get busy. So
You know, I never saw him get down. You know what I'm saying, like that. But I knew, you know what I'm saying. I knew he was built. You know what I'm saying. He was with Q, say short, stocky, built like a tank, yet hard to hit. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, he was definitely. I know he wasn't no punk.
yeah, and everybody I spoke to, they said Easy wasn't a punk. So, you right about that, man. And I know I did an interview with Lazy, man, and he told me that, Easy, he was coughing a lot when y'all was doing the video. Man, I forgot where he said it was at. It was a video shoot.
Maybe he was talking about when we was in New York, because that is when he started getting sick. He caught a cold. You know what I'm saying? He was, the coughing. Yeah. He caught a
Yeah,
cold.
so tell me about that, yo.
I mean, man, he just got sick. But it was cold. Like, we all caught colds out there, because we was out in New York, and that's why we had to buy jackets, because we went out there. I don't think we had we just had like hoodies and Pendletons. But we needed more than that out there. It was that New York East Coast brick weather, So that's why we bought coats. But he out there with the jerry curl and, you know what I'm saying, no hat on, just walking around, and you know what I'm saying, he got sick out there. And when he got back, he got sick.
Damn, man. So he got sick again when he went back to LA. And I don't know if this is true or not, right? But is it true that Dre, he wanted to sign y'all at one point?
I never heard that. I heard that because I'd have been on top of that. Like, come on, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never heard that. You know what I'm saying? There has been talks of Dre working with us before, years ago, but his stipulation was, again, what I heard is he would only work with us if it was all 5 members. So I mean, who knows when that'll happen? You know what I'm saying? For real.
But why was he asking for all 5 members? Y'all wasn't together at that point back then?
All 5 members. No, I don't think so. I mean, we was always, how we are, but I mean, he want the whole element, man. He want all 5 elements. He want everything complete, and I don't blame him. That's how it should be, for real.
Right, right. But just wondering, after Easy passed away, who was some of the, labels that tried to sign y'all?
I mean, man, I don't really remember like a whole lot of labels coming at us because, pretty much Ruthless had us locked down. But there were people, I remember, us doing a lot of stuff with Def Jam at the time. That's how the whole Flesh and Bone deal came, because he had his solo deal on Def Jam. But I think, once Ruthless got wind of how close he was getting to them, they shut that down. They shut it down. Jack was like, "Oh, y'all tampering with my artists? We ain't having that," So yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that was a smart move by Easy, man. But I want to ask you, right? I want to get your personal opinion. Do you feel like y'all get the credit for y'all style that y'all deserve?
Man, I mean, I mean, people. I mean, when it comes down to it, I think like people really know. People really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, back in the day, I used to get up. We used to get upset, and but now it's like, I'm to the point to where like it ain't a big deal, man. Like we created a whole new lane. We created a whole new lane, and a lot of people crossed over into it. A lot of people, even people that was out, even artists that was out before us, has crossed over into the Bone Thugs and Harmony sound. So I mean, it's evident. If you go back, once you go back and you do the history and you break it down, you see the DNA.
Give me your top 5 groups of all time.
Top 5 groups, New Edition, Run DMC, NWA, Ghetto Boys, and Tribe Called Quest, for sure.
Would you consider y'all a top 5 group of all time?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Cause like I said, like we came in and created our own lane and created a culture within a culture. Because our fans, you know, we don't just have fans. Like, it's a Bone Thugs and Harmony culture. You know what I'm saying? So, and then that goes right back to our DNA with a lot of these artists you hear. They've been touched by Bone, whether they know it or not, whether they know Bone or not. You know what I'm saying? That rapping fast, singing, and again, that came from Bone Thugs and Harmony. So there's no escaping that.
So with that being said, man, before I end the interview, man, I appreciate you for coming on the platform, man. With that being said, man, let the people know what you got going on, man.
Well, man, you know, this is our, 2024 is our 30-year anniversary, man. We got a lot of things. We got a lot of things going on. You know, we're gonna be, of course, on the road. We got new music projects coming out. We're working on the Bone Thugs and Harmony bio. We have a working on working on a Bone Thugs and Harmony moving exhibit to travel around, to different museums, starting with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and hopefully the Hip Hop Museum and the Grammy Museum. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing a lot of things, man, for the 30 years, and we're gonna be very, very active, very active. I don't want to say a lot of the stuff we doing, because I want it to be a surprise, but we doing a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. That's gonna be crazy, man.
Oh yeah, man, me too. I feel like when we get that done, I can finally sit back and be like, man, look, okay, the story is told, this solidifies us. We can lay back now for real and chill.
Yeah, that's gonna be fire, man. But what about you? You got anything coming up?
Yes, sir, man. I'm getting ready to release a solo project in April, Chasing the Devil Volume 2, Salvation. So yeah, it's coming.
Yes, indeed, man. Krayzie Bone, great interview, man. We got to run this back, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mike. All good. All right.